This clip is going to be all about speed and variation. In the last clip, we've spoken about a few of the other options that we have for syllable groups, time syllables and double time syllables. And in this clip, we're going to look at some techniques that might help you with gaining some speed in your Konnakol recitation. So we're going to start with a rhythmic composition that will allow us to create different variations in syllables. And this composition is in 8-beat cycle, and we mostly use the 16th note feel, but also use some triplets in the end. And this composition was shown to me earlier on, many years ago, by Henrik Andersen. So the piece goes like this. We're going to sing 4 takitas in 16th note, and then a tango, like this. Takita, 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 and then tango. Repeat the same thing again. Takita, 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 tango. And then takita, 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 tango. So 3 takitas and then a tango. So takita, 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 tango. And this again will repeat twice. So takita, 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 tango. 2 times. And then takita, takita, tango. So 2 takitas and a tango. Repeating twice. Takita, takita, tango. Takita, takita, tango. And then 1 takita, takita plus tango. And then repeat that again. Takita, tango. And in the end, to finish, we will say takita in triplet feel 3 times. Takita, 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 ta. And the next syllable, ta, will be on the first beat of the next cycle. And here's the whole thing, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Takita, 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 tango. Takita, 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 tango. Takita, 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 tango. Takita, 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 tango. Takita, takita, tango. Takita, takita, tango. Takita, tango. Takita, tango. Takita, takita, takita. It is a good idea to get familiar with this composition before we move on to the variations. So we know from the last clip that we can take any syllable group and create variations. So in this case, takita, a group of 3, we can replace that with takidadom. Takidadom, 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 takidadom. Or faster, takardom, 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 ta. Takardum, 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 tang. Takardum, 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 tang. Takardum, 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 tang. Takardum, 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 tang. Takardum, takardum, tang. Takardum, takardum, tang. Takardum, tang. Takardum, tang. Takidadum, 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 ta. So the syllable group we replaced the takita with was takidadom. But you might have noticed that I'm slightly rolling my tongue in the takidatom. I'm using takardum, 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 ta. And the rolling of the tongue is quite a crucial aspect of speed in Konnakol. Now, if you're an English speaker, that might be a little challenging at first. But there's a few ways that you can practice and get to roll your R's. So the first thing I want to say is that the rolling R is unlike the R that we have in English. If you notice the position of the tongue in the English R, the position of the tongue is retrograded. We bend the tongue backwards, but we are not touching the roof of the mouth. In order to roll your R's, try and put your tongue flat against the roof of the mouth. But try to keep it loose and do not apply pressure with the tongue, between the tongue and the roof of the mouth. And also try and lean your tongue on the right or left side. I like to do it on the right, against the teeth. But again, do not apply any pressure. Try to keep it very loose. Now all you have to do is just to make a sound like that. And you should feel your tongue vibrating against the roof and the side of your mouth. But again, try and keep it loose as you can. If you keep it very tight, the tongue will not vibrate. If you still find this challenging, I'll put some links below so you can follow a few clips about this rolling of the R in a little bit more depth. So remember, we have ta ki da dom, or if we want to say it fast, ta kerdom. So if you could hear, I'm slightly rolling the tongue instead of the d. Ta ki da dom, ta kerdom. The reason for this change of gear is because we tend to have more speed when we use different areas in the tongue in one syllable group. So for instance, if you try to say the syllable ta really fast, there's only so much speed that you can get. Ta 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 ta. Of course, unless you are a reed player, this will be very difficult to get some speed. The syllable ta is produced by putting your tongue forward, touching the front teeth. So this is one area of the tongue. And when we are saying the syllable ka, we are using the back of the tongue against the roof of the mouth. This switching between different areas of the mouth and the tongue allows us to create speed. You can say the syllable group taka much faster than you would be able to say only the syllable ta. And hence the reason why we are changing gear when we say the syllables fast and use different areas of the tongue and the mouth. Let's now take another syllable group, and this one will be a 6, so will be a double time version of takita. Now we will use the syllable group tarikita taka. If you can't roll your tongue yet, say tadikita taka. Tadikita taka, tadikita taka. But if you can roll your tongue, you would probably be able to sing this syllable group much faster. Tarikita taka, 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 tarikita taka. So now let's try and replace takita with tarikita taka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, start. You can also try and replace takita with tarikita dom. So tarikita dom, which is a 5 and then a gap. And remember, tarikita dom is the same as tadikita dom, but when we say it fast, we shift gears a little bit to accommodate the speed. Tarikita dom. And it goes like this. Tarikidrom, 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 tarikidrom tang. Tarikidrom, 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 tarikidrom tang. Tarikidrom, tarikidrom, tarikidrom tang. Tarikidrom, tarikidrom, tarikidrom tang. Tarikidrom, tarikidrom tang. Tarikidrom, tarikidrom tang. Tarikidrom tang. Tarikidrom tang. Tarikitatom, tarikitatom, tarikitatom ta. The beauty of this piece is that it works in every number as long as you follow the same rules. So for instance, we can take the number 5 and make the same composition with this number. Let's say the number 5 for now will be taka takita, or you can say tadiginadom. Let's say tadiginadom. And it will go like this. 4 tadiginadoms and then a gap of 5. Ta-angu. And then repeat that twice. And then 3 tadiginadoms with a ta-angu, a gap of 5, repeated twice. And then 2 and a gap of 5, ta-angu, repeated twice. And then once tadiginadom and then a gap of 5, ta-angu, repeat that twice. And follow that by 3 times tadiginadom in triplet fill. The same rule applies as in the first example. Tadiginadom, 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 ta-ang. Tadiginadom, 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 ta-ang. Tadiginadom, 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 ta-ang. Tadiginadom, 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 ta-ang. Tadiginadom, tadiginadom, ta-ang. Tadiginadom, tadiginadom, ta-ang. Tadiginadom, ta-ang. tadiginadum, taangu, tadiginadum, 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 ta. And of course, the next step will be to replace tadiginadum with different syllable groups, and especially those with a double time feel. So for instance, we could take kidataka tarikita dom, group of 9, and then a gap. Kidataka tarikita dom, kidataka tarikita dom. We can replace tadiginadom with these variations, and it goes like this. Kerdugitarikidum, 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 tam. Kerdugitarikidum, 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 tam. Kerdugitarikidum, 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 tam. Kerdugitarikidum, 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 tam. Kerdugitarikidum, kerdugitarikidum, tam. Kerdugitarikidum, kerdugitarikidum, tam. Kerdugitarikidum, tam. Kerdugitarikidum, tam. Kidatakatarikidatum, 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 ta. Thank you so much for watching, and I am very much looking forward to see you in the next clip.